Hey everyone, Tim Sisson here. Happy holidays. I want to give a little market update as to what's happening in housing, mortgage rates, and things of that sort, especially for those of you that are sitting on the sidelines waiting to buy. We got some really particular economic data for November, which is housing starts. So housing starts are essentially you get the permit to build a house, and then you get a housing start, which means the house has started to break ground in terms of a new build. And in November, that came in at 1.2 million on an annual basis, okay? And that's countrywide. The amount of household starts or household formations, I should say, is trending about 1.9 million. So we're starting 1.9 million households, which means, somebody becomes 18, they move out on their own. Maybe a divorced couple splits, that creates two new households, or well, one new household. That's 1.9 million, 1.2 versus housing starts. So we are not building homes fast enough for our population. It just lends itself to the fact that supply and demand is continuing to be an issue, especially here in Southern Maryland. There's not a lot of new builds, and people are still wanting to live here. They're still moving here. We have several military bases and good jobs in DC that are bringing people here, and people want to live in Southern Maryland. It's a great place to raise a family and live. They're just not enough new builds to, add to the inventory issue. So what does that mean? That means that home prices can really go one direction. The only thing that can bring home prices down is if we have some, fraudulent type of issue that we had for the housing bubble in 2008. Well, those have all been corrected. A lot of, federal mandates in terms of how we lend have changed. And then also the other way that home prices can go down is that there's too much supply. We're nowhere close to that right now. Mortgage rates have been stubborn. Ever since the Fed cut in September, mortgage rates have gone up. It's because there's a lot of economic data that show that even though the Fed has hiked so many times and tried to bring pain, the economy keeps rolling. A lot of that is on credit. We have credit card debt is astronomical right now. The American consumer is really struggling, but they want to keep the same lifestyle going. So what do? They put it on credit. Jerome Powell's speaking in 7 minutes here, and I think that he's in a really particular, the Fed in and of itself is in a really particular position to have to cut rates because the American consumer is really struggling right now, and interest rates on credit cards are so high. So if they cut rates, it would lower those. But if they cut too many times, they are in this what we call stagflation, where they've only have a couple levers to pull to try to battle inflation. It's just not working. So where do I think home prices and mortgage rates go? Home prices are certainly not going to go down. They'll probably go up. Mortgage rates have been very stubborn. They will probably stay in this range of mid to high sixes for a little while. We have a new president starting January 20th. Is anything that he does going to dictate mortgage rates? I don't think so. So a lot is going to be revealed next year. I think it's going to be a very similar year as 25 will be similar to 24. Where things are going to be tough affordability wise. But if you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for something to change, I just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So you might as well dive in, try your best to get into a home and purchase that price at 400 versus what it might be in a year, which is 425 or higher, and the rates are still the same. So if you want to make a move, waiting for something to happen, you just might continue to wait. I use Bitcoin as an example. If you were somebody that looked at Bitcoin at 60,000 and go, I'm going to wait for it to fall. We'll look at it now. It's above 100,000. You don't want to wait because you cannot control the market and you can't time the bottom of the market. So always happy to answer any questions you might have. I know this is a long one, but I just wanted to give my convoluted explanation as to what is going on right now. Feel free to reach out, and I hope to speak with you soon. Happy holidays. See ya.